Hey everyone, I can frankly admit that I really love watching couples in love. Sneakily, of course, and I always wonder on what principle do people choose who to fall in love with? An ugly duckling and an athletic good looker? A long-legged hottie and a four-eyed nerd, a head shorter than her? A cutie with the face of a goddess and a fat dude in stretch sweatpants? Did you notice it too? When I think about it, my brain gets fizzy. Some inexplicable contraption is what your falling in love is, and everyone cares about it so much. My girlfriends call it chemistry and other clever words. I think it's complete rubbish. Today I'll give you a fruity story about my brother as an example. He gets mad at me when I do this, of course, but I still can't forgive him for that terrible photo of me with a pancake in my mouth, which he posted on Instagram. Remember from the past stories? You must agree that I'm a darling compared to him. So, up until a certain age, he was the shortest guy in his class, and his eye level was practically belly button level of the girls in his class. He was extremely self-conscious about it. Well, I already told you about the incident in the school dance, and at the same time, he was incredibly romantic and amorous. He read a summary of a Shakespeare's play for a school report and imagined he was Romeo. Yeah, right, a real prince on a white horse. One day, a married couple with children moved into an empty house next door. We didn't really see them, only a truck driving up to the neighbor's porch and movers taking furniture inside. And one morning at breakfast, we noticed a tiny figure in a red beret worn sideways. A petite girl about his height, wearing an elegant coat, came out of the neighbor's house, quickly crossed the street, and disappeared around the corner. My brother froze. He opened his mouth all surprised and dropped the scrambled eggs right onto his favorite striped t-shirt. You should have seen him. Even Dad looked away from his phone screen and smiled knowingly. Apparently, he was already realizing that my little brother had gotten himself a huge crush. And can you imagine our Romeo in love was literally stuck to the window every morning watching out for his Juliet? He even set his alarm clock an hour earlier so that he wouldn't miss this little darling from the neighbor's house. "It can't go on like this anymore," said Dad one morning. "Son, it's time to act." At this time, your dad was also shy and needed a push to act. My mom playfully winked at my dad, who got all blushed at these words. In the meantime, my little brother was thinking really hard. You could hear the gears in his head working. He had steam coming out of his ears. You must know that not everyone can just come up and talk to their crush and offer to spend time together. And he couldn't come up with anything smarter than writing a letter and throwing it into the neighbor's mailbox. His love letter was short. He introduced himself and made an appointment for 7 p.m. at a coffee shop down the street. And on the envelope he wrote, "To the beauty in the red beret." The closer the appointed time was, the more our Romeo panicked. He wheedled out our dad's fancy digital watch and brushed his hair to one side. And he used up half of my hair foam. Of course, I had something to tell him regarding this, and I did. So much so that his new hairstyle got a little shabby after our little talk. Then he tried on all of his jeans and hoodies and was spinning in front of the mirror like a child's top. He refused the shirt and bow tie offered by my mom and was very offended. And they say that boys don't care about their appearance. And so our pale, disheveled, and covered in hair foam Romeo was headed to the appointed place. And right away, from a distance, he noticed a small figure in a red beret near the entrance to the coffee shop. His knees got treacherously weak, but he remembered Dad's advice. It's time to act. And he confidently went forward to meet his Juliet. The girl was standing with her back turned to him. My brother called out to her, and she turned around. To say that he was stunned is to say nothing. The painfully familiar red beret with graying curls sticking out of it was framing a face that was no longer young, with a network of small wrinkles around faded lips and eyes. A woman of about 60 years old was looking at him surprised. She also did not expect to see him. My brother took off running. Drop the curtain. Well, now you understand why my little brother doesn't like to remember his first love. Have you ever gotten into such a mess? And if you liked my story, please like and subscribe to the channel. I promise it'll be fun here. My brother's always up to some nonsense. So I have a lot of funny stories that I can't wait to tell you. Hugging you guys. Bye-bye.